Good morning. My name is Mateen Motavaf. I'm currently a medical student at Duke, and today I'll be discussing AI in dermatology, but more specifically, regulations surrounding AI in dermatology, the challenges these technologies face, and what needs to be implemented longitudinally to ensure that AI in dermatology remains safe and effective over time. Artificial intelligence is rapidly changing dermatology. AI-driven tools are being developed to assist in diagnosing skin cancers, predicting disease progression, and optimizing clinical workflows. However, while technology is advancing quickly, regulatory frameworks have not kept pace. Unlike traditional medical devices, AI models are not static. They continue to learn and evolve after deployment. This presents a unique regulatory challenge as a one-time FDA approval is no longer sufficient. In this talk, I'll cover three main topics. First, the existing regulatory pathways. Second, case studies of AI models that have gained FDA approval. And finally, I'll discuss why post-market oversight is essential to prevent AI performance degradation, also known as model drift. So how does an AI dermatology tool gain regulatory approval? In the US, AI tools follow three FDA approval pathways. First, we have the 510 clearance pathway, which is the most common approach, where an AI tool must demonstrate substantial equivalence to an existing FDA device called a predicate device. This allows for faster approval, but limits innovation because new models must prove that they are similar to past technologies. Next, we have the de novo pathway, which is for novel low-risk devices that don't have a predicate device. This allows for more innovation, but requires additional evidence to justify approval. And finally, we have the pre-market approval pathway, which is the most rigorous pathway, is reserved for high-risk AI tools such as fully autonomous skin cancer detection models. In the European Union, AI tools must obtain a CE mark under the medical device regulation guidelines. These guidelines require post-market surveillance, which is much stricter than the US FDA model. So what is the problem with the existing FDA models in the US? None of them were designed for AI models that continuously learn and change over time. So now I'd like to take a look at two dermatology tools that have successfully been approved by the FDA. First is Nevisense, which used the pre-market approval pathway in 2017. This model uses electrical impedance spectroscopy combined with AI to assist in melanoma detection. It underwent large-scale validation under 1,951 patients across 22 sites before receiving FDA approval. Next is DermaSensor, which is the first autonomous AI skin cancer detection tool approved for use in primary care settings. During clinical trials, it was found to be non-inferior to dermatologists, exhibiting a sensitivity of 95.5%. While not designed to replace dermatologists, its primary role is in assisting non-specialists in expanding dermatological care. Despite these successes, many AI dermatology tools struggle to gain regulatory approval, mainly due to three main reasons. First is a lack of clinical validation. Many tools lack prospective multicenter clinical trial data, and this is further emphasized by a study in JAMA Dermatology that found that only 15% of AI-augmented dermatology applications had peer-reviewed model validation. This increases false negatives and false positives and increases patient anxiety and worsens the patient experience. Next is the issue of dataset bias. Many models are trained on non-diverse datasets, especially, and leads to misclassification for patients who have darker skin tones. And finally, there's the issue of privacy and data security. There's a lack of transparency on how these images are stored within AI devices, and this creates gaps in HIPAA compliance and ultimately increases concerns about patient privacy. One of the biggest regulatory blind spots is something called model drift, which is defined as the gradual decline in AI accuracy over time. An example of this is a model that was trained on patient data from 2023, but encounters new lesion subtypes in 2025 that weren't part of their original training data set. If an AI's performance isn't actively monitored, silence performance degradation can occur, leading to misdiagnosis over time. Additionally, if a model is self-learning, there's no way to ensure that what it has learned is still clinically valid. As a result of these issues, AI models that continuously change require changes in regulation. Currently, the FDA approval process is a one-time process. There's no real-time oversight, and there's no enforced revalidation for major updates. The solution to this is multifaceted. We must enforce regulatory sandboxes prior to approval, implement post-market auditing, develop software for real-time clinical performance tracking, and require revalidation after major model changes or updates. All in all, there's no doubt that AI-augmented devices and software will transform the practice of dermatology, but to ensure that AI dermatology tools remain safe and effective, we need stronger post-market oversight, mandatory revalidation, and real-time performance tracking to be enforced. Thank you.